So, the thought came into my head something about, some enhanced or augmented mathematics. Uh, the mathematical vehicle, as it were. Uh, and something, powerful and strong. You know, it has to do with electric power and chemistry. So, and then I realized, well, the first thing, there were two things that came into my head. First of all, language, defining new words. How do we define new words? And second of all, uh, the basic question is, what are you doing in mathematics? If you want to augment, what are you augmenting? You would have to know what you're doing. And if you do say, and some people do, philosophers do, they say mathematics is the study of phenomena, or it's the study of formal phenomena. We're going to qualify, qualified or not. Or you could even say the study of precise phenomena. Or even, you could play games. You could say the study of quantum phenomena. Which raises all sorts of questions, but this is all sort of a digression. What is mathematics? But I think part of the issue here is that what we do know for certain at this point in time is that there is a bit of a political struggle over education philosophy. That is to say, ever since set theory, there has been a very tempting, slippery slope by which anything at all is considered a person. Personification has run rampant. And so subsets of things are put at the same level as subsets of people and racism. And it becomes a very sort of strange self-loop, self-feeding feedback political system. And what happens is that mathematics and politics and neologism in particular, and language, so that language becomes this battlefield whereby mathematics and politics are essentially two sorts of sort of activity. There's sort of the high temperature activity and the low temperature activity, or like the chemical activity and the radioactive activity, or the whatever, the weak nuclear force and the strong nuclear force, or something. It's just the levels of refinement, or how coarse you want to get, or even the acoustic vibration and electromagnetic vibration. Something. Just pick two levels. So this is the sort of kind of lovely situation we are in. What is mathematics? And then I think the issue is you say, okay, well, what are you augmenting? Now you've admitted that mathematics is this battlefield of language. Mathematics and politics. Mathematics is one side of a duality, the other side being politics. that has essentially injected energy into language in order to turn it into a battlefield. Okay. So what are you augmenting? What are you trying to do? Well, presumably, you have to decide first of all: are you entering the battle, on one side or the other, or are you just there for fun or to make money or something? Do you not care? Are you not loyal to either side, or are you loyal to one side or the other? Have you chosen a side in this battlefield? Second of all, what are the sides? Who are the sides? Presumably, at a very sort of micro level, the two sides have to be two decisions. Well, first of all, the decision whether or not to define a term, and second of all, what the meaning of the term should be, what the body of the definition should be. So you're essentially fighting over bodies of definitions, and a dictionary is a history of accepted bodies of definitions. And the mathematics textbook is, in a sense, sort of a record of what worked for the students, what students were willing to listen to. And it's worth pointing out that, in mathematics, the students have choices as to where to work. We don't actually expect universal workers in mathematics, which is sort of interesting. We never really had workers in mathematics to begin with. Working in mathematics is a semi insane concept, but it's fun to think about. I digress. What is mathematics? If you knew what mathematics was, you would know what it means to do mathematical work, and what it means to be a mathematical worker, and what it means to think like a mathematical worker. Presumably this is taught, except that no one really knows the answer, and what's actually taught is that no one knows the answer, and so whatever is acceptable. Whatever gets the job done. Whatever gets the papers written and submitted to the journals for review. So whatever the input is to the review process. And it's worth pointing out that the review process for the journals is a boundary that defines what is accepted and what is rejected. And if you define anything along that lines, presumably the people who are involved in the journals, actually in mathematics journals, do think that what they are publishing is truth as far as the inference rules of first order logic are concerned. And if no axioms are specified, it's ordinary to fill in ZF or ZFC as appropriate. In fact, I wonder if anyone has ever written a paper as if the standard axioms were ZF. I don't know if they have. That would be a fascinating question. I suspect, I'm going to guess 50-50, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's no. If it's ZFC or hit the road, pal. Or just, whatever you could get away with as far as the review process was concerned.